Hello everybody, this is AG here, and welcome to the Texas Motor Speedway. After a week break here in the Haas IndyCar Series, we are back to racing here for the third race of the season tomorrow night. But tonight, on this Thursday evening, we qualify for tomorrow's Fort Worth 125K. It's going to be a 52-lap race tomorrow, and I didn't think we were going to be able to do single car qualifying for every oval race this season, and I just have not had the time to do a single car qualifying system, especially for a race that's only 52 laps. So we're here for group qualifying, but the group qualifying system is going to be the exact of that we use on the road courses. So we'll do the group qualifying. We have two groups. Top six from each group advance on to the second round, and then the top six from the second round go out again in the fast six to determine the poles. So pretty straightforward and simple, just like what we did last time at the Riverside International Raceway, just doing it on an oval this time, which personally I don't like, but you know what, we're just setting the starting lineup for a non-major event. Obviously, Indy 250 and the finale race, we're going to still do single car qualifying for those two events, but I figured there was really no necessary need to do single car qualifying for this race. But either way, the groups are going to be on your screen right there. In Group 1A, it's Zachary Fitzwater, Brandon Nelson, Trey Smith, Brian Rodriguez, Cole Raymond, Nathan Faden, Brock Nelson, Noah Clifton, Eric Monaco, Ace Garcia, Ethan Lewis, Scott Upton, and Chris Reynolds. And then in Group 1B, it is Jay Knapp, Thomas Troxel, Logan Williams, Landon Smith Jr., Reggie Fogelman, Nicholas Amadeo, Zach Winkle, Richard Kinghart, Angel Olvera, Caleb Rose, Justin Zaidel, Jesse Turner, and Elijah Gordon. We'll go ahead and get started. Each session will actually only be 5 minutes here today, not 10 minutes, no need to go that long, so these guys are going to have to get their lap times in fairly quick if they are going to get a good time in for tomorrow's race. Let's go ahead and get Group 1A out there here for qualifying in the Fort Worth 125K. And we have the 13 guys ready to get out here in round 1A qualifying here from the Texas Motor Speedway. Scott Upton's going to be the first driver out there on the racetrack. It's been a while since I've recorded a race in this series. It's been almost 3 weeks, so I kind of have no memory of what happened in the last race. It's been mentally rough for me lately, and you know, when I don't feel like doing races, I don't do them. That's the thing I've enjoyed about the Wawa Pro Series, is that I really don't have a set schedule for that series, but I did put a set schedule for this series, so here we are. We got to do this, and we're going to have to see how it all goes down. But either way, Scott Upton 23rd in points. He actually won the pole for the Auto Club event at California. Let's see what they can do here at Texas. Got the 11 machine coming out, Ethan Lewis there. And then the number 23 machine of Noah Clifton as well. This is a pretty wild racetrack. However, we were not going to see a cycle race like we have in the past at this venue. We did reduce the grip through the corners so that they wouldn't kind of stay in that massive pack and continue to cycle through. So it should be an interesting race tomorrow, and we should have a lot of fun. Hopefully we'll get Micah back in the booth for tomorrow's event. Scott Upton currently with the fastest time so far. And remember, the top six advance on to round number 2, and then they all go out, and the top six advance on to the fast six. Of course, those who fail to qualify or fail to advance on from this round, they will be starting on the inside lane in rows 7 on back. So starting positions 13 through 25, all the odd-numbered positions from starting from 13th on to 25th. Upton's still the fastest. You got the number 23 here as well. Noah Clifton, second fastest, but not everyone has gotten out there with a lap time yet. Of course, unlike Riverside, only 5 minutes for the session instead of 10, and the reason for that is there's no need for us to be here for 10 minutes. One thing I wasn't a big fan of when it came to Riverside was the fact that the qualifying took 20 minutes longer than the actual race did, and I just don't think we need to put that much emphasis on qualifying for just regular races like this in the middle of the season. Now, when we get to the Indy 250, that deserves a single car qualifying session, and then, of course, the Fast 9 and Last 9. We have to do that. But we don't have to do it for a 52-lap race at one of the worst ovals in real life, so, you know. Now, granted, tomorrow's race should be good. This is the old version of the Texas Motor Speedway because the new version is complete trash. But we're going to have fun with it, no doubt about it. Brandon Nelson's having fun right now. And I actually remember that's Brandon Nelson and not Chris Reynolds there. He is the fastest. 37 machine also up there. That car driven by Eric Monaco, Scott Upton, Noah Clifton, Brock Nelson. We got the 02, actually the 23. No, nothing changed. I thought something changed there. And then something changed right there. The 02, Scott Upton, I think, moved up a position. And now Ethan Lewis to the top of the board. Now, one thing you're going to see, and it's going to come into effect here. It may not be as strong as it is on the stock cars, but you are going to see a bit of a draft. And that was one reason why I didn't want to do qualifying like this on the ovals. But like I said, there's just no reason to go through nearly 3 hours of my life when it's very limited time that I have to go out and do that. Does not appear Monaco may have improved his time there a little bit, but he's actually tied there with the 22 of Brandon Nelson, but the 32 machine has gone to the top of the board here. That is Ace Garcia with the fastest time here in round 1A. So it's Ace Garcia, Ethan Lewis, the 22 machine of Brandon Nelson. And now Ethan Lewis back up to the top. He's actually tied there with Ace Garcia now. So 2 ties, but there's no need to break the ties. Only the top 6 that count, and they just get reshuffled back into round number 2. Number 22 machine of Brandon Nelson, 37 machine of Eric Monaco, 95 is up there of Cole Raymond. Good run for him there in the number 95 machine. And then Zachary Fitzwater just got pushed out by the 00 of Nathan Faden. Of course, all these guys going for a point. If you win the pole, you get a bonus point towards the championship. That's what these guys are fighting for here today as well. Of course, also looking for a good starting position in tomorrow's Fort Worth 125K. I'm going to reset the time right here. Ethan Lewis back, or still up top there. Faden in third. So it's looking like it's going to be Ethan Lewis, Ace Garcia, Nathan Faden, Brandon Nelson, Eric Monaco, and Cole Raymond, with Zachary Fitzwater looking to start 13th. Of course, Fitzwater coming in the points leader by 5 points ahead of Jay Knapp. He had a very good run at Riverside, and he pulled strategy to get that good finish. So we'll have to see. Definitely a very solid racer when it comes to the ovals, as we saw at California a month ago. But Fitzwater looking to start 13th for tomorrow's Fort Worth 125K here from the Texas Motor Speedway. Noah Clifton looks like he might fail to advance on as well. Scott Upton the same way. Brian Rodriguez in the 13. That'll do it for round 1A. So starting 13th will be Zachary Fitzwater. Starting 15th will be Scott Upton. Starting 17th will be Noah Clifton. Starting 19th will be Brian Rodriguez. Starting 21st will be Brock Nelson. Starting 23rd is our last winner, Trey Smith. And then starting 25th will be Chris Reynolds in the number 50. But with it being the kind of racetrack that it is, any of these guys can still have a good shot at winning tomorrow in the Fort Worth 125K. Ethan Lewis, Ace Garcia, Nathan Faden, Brandon Nelson, Eric Monaco, and Cole Raymond all advance on to round number 2, and they will be going for the pole, or going for the Fast 6 initially in that round. Let's go ahead and get on to round 1B here from the Texas Motor Speedway. And here we go for round 1B, the other 13 drivers who have yet to qualify. The drivers who are in even positions in the point standings coming into this event. It's Jay Knapp, Thomas Troxell, Logan Williams, Landon Smith Jr., Reggie Fogelman, Nicholas Samadeo, Zach Winkle, Richard Kingart, Angel Olvera, Caleb Rose, Justin Zidell, Jesse Turner, and Elijah Gordon. A lot of heavy hitters here in this round, especially who are actually deep in the points. As that list that I just mentioned to you is in order of points. So all those heavy hitters at the bottom of the standings coming into this one. Number 25, first one out, that is Angel Olvera. And then you got Landon Smith Jr. right behind them right there in the number 34 machine. And these drivers looking to join Ethan Lewis, Ace Garcia, Nathan Faden, Brandon Nelson, Eric Monaco, and Cole Raymond in round number 2. see Landon Smith Jr. here on that outside lane. Does appear that he's getting a really good pull there down the backstretch. This 34 is fast. We'll have to see if he goes to the top of the board here as they cross the line. And I do believe that 34 will have the fastest time there, 24.061. I did not see fastest time in round number was 23.557, which was run by both Ethan Lewis and Ace Garcia. So we'll see how that compares right here. Of course, running the same weather as the first round, and the same weather will apply throughout each round. Not that it matters too much when it comes to group qualifying. Of course, it does matter very much when we do single car qualifying. That is necessary to these guys getting an equal playing field in single car runs. Closing in here in the 97 machine, Richard Kinghart. Angel Olvera right there, kind of still in the middle. Kinghart in the 97, going to go to 5th right there with that lap. 23.612 by Landon Smith Jr. It's Smith Jr. and Olvera, still the two fastest drivers. 28, Zach Winkle also with a good time right now. 81 machine of Jay Knapp, who's second in the points. 5 points off of Zachary Fitzwater in the point standings. 24 machine there, Reggie Fogelman. And a little more movement up front. Olvera now with the fastest time. Then the 34 of Landon Smith Jr. You got Zach Winkle still in 3rd. Kinghart in 4th. Nicholas Samadillo there in 5th. And the 38 machine of Jesse Turner in 6th. I don't think Turner's won here before at the Texas Motor Speedway in IndyCar, but I think he has won on another oval before in IndyCar in the past. I just don't know where it was. I don't really remember that much anymore, unfortunately. This is just a side project hobby for me now. I don't take it as seriously as I used to, and I'm sorry if you're upset by that. But, you know, it's just the way it is. Elijah Gordon there in the top 6. Good run there for Gordon. He is currently last in points, only 8 points so far in the first 2 races of the season. It has not gone his way at all. But starting up front for tomorrow's race will definitely be of great benefit to him. Samadillo holding on that last position now. Zidell going into the top 6 as he moves up to the 5th position, drafting off of Zach Winkle. So now you got Angel Olvera, Landon Smith Jr., Richard Kinghart, Zach Winkle, Justin Zidell, and Thomas Troxel, who is getting a sniff of a draft behind these guys in the 67. Running there in the 6th position. Caleb Rose there with no drafting help. That's probably going to affect him. It's going to be interesting when we get to the Fast 6 if we do have anyone drafting off of each other. I think that may be based off of pure speed once we get to that. But I'm hoping. Troxel barely holding on to that last transfer spot right now to make it on the round number 2. Good thing for him is there's not much time left on the board for that to change. They're both Samadillo, Jesse Turner, they're both knocked out. Same with Elijah Gordon. They'll be starting kind of midway through the field as of now. This will be determining the outside lane from 14th starting position down to 26th. Elijah Gordon looking to start 14th with Samadillo in 16th, Turner in 18th, Caleb Rose in 20th. 81 machine there. Haven't talked about Jay Knapp too much. He had a faster run earlier on, but it fell off pretty quick. This guy's second in points there. Looking to start in the 22nd position. 24th for number 24, Reggie Fogelman. And then the 18 machine of Logan Williams, currently in the position to start last for tomorrow's Fort Worth 125K. I think the time will officially run out right here, and we'll have our 6 drivers joining the rest of the field for the second round of Texas qualifying. Olvera looking very fast. He was the first driver out there in the session, and that may give him a bit of an advantage, but he will be joining. We'll get to it right here. Zach Winkle, Landon Smith Jr., Justin Zidell, Richard Kinghart, and Thomas Troxel in round number 2, and those 6 drivers will be joining Ethan Lewis, Ace Garcia, Nathan Faden, Brandon Nelson, Eric Monaco, and Cole Raymond for the second round of qualifying. And there, the top 6 advance on to the Fast 6, and then we determine the pole sitter. Elijah Gordon will start 14th. Nicholas Amidia will start 16th. Jesse Turner will start 18th. Caleb Rose will start 20th. Jay Knapp will start 22nd. Reggie Fogelman will start 24th. And Logan Williams will start 26th here from the Texas Motor Speedway tomorrow night. Let's go ahead and get to round number 2 here in Fort Worth 125K qualifying. Here we go for round number 2 of Fort Worth 125K qualifying. Top 6 to the Fast 6, and then the rest will start in position 7 through 12 for tomorrow night's Fort Worth 125K here from the Texas Motor Speedway. The 12 drivers advancing on from round 1A. It was Ethan Lewis, Ace Garcia, Nathan Faden, Brandon Nelson, Eric Monaco, and Cole Raymond. And then from round 1B, it was Angel Olvera, Zach Winkle, Landon Smith Jr., Justin Zeidel, Richard Kingart, and Thomas Troxel. So the 6 fastest will advance on to the Fast 6 and go for the pole here from Texas. And Zach Winkle's going to be the first driver out there. No one else getting out there right now. Cole Raymond's going to go ahead and take an opportunity. Same with Kingart and Angel Olvera. They're both going to head out there and look to get a good lap in here. Have a shot at that extra bonus point and the front row for this 52-lap race that we're going to have here from the Texas Motor Speedway. So there's Zach Winkle. Going to be the first driver to fully complete a lap here, but he's going to have to maneuver around the traffic coming off the pit lane, so this will probably not be too good of a time. And across the line there, going to go 24.085, so about a half a second off from the fastest times that we were seeing in the first 2 rounds. These guys right here, Kingart and Angel Olvera. Of course, Angel Olvera utilized that draft very well in his round. He was the fastest driver in round 1B. So we're going to have to see if he can, in fact, improve his time right here. And he does. Because that was his first lap, but he is the fastest one out there right now. And that number 28 machine, 23.822 for Angel Olvera. Or excuse me, that's the 28 machine. That's Zach Winkle, who was at the top of the board. Olvera is 5th in the 25, not the 28. I've just been out of it lately. But now he's the fastest driver, 23.568, and Olvera definitely looking strong here. Of course, he just needs top 6 right now. And we'll have to see how well he can get it right here in that number 25 machine. Number 22, Brandon Nelson, second quickest right here. You got all these guys kind of having a bit of a gap between one another. You got Troxel there in the 67. And then you got Zeidel right here in the 5, who's getting a bit of a pull off of the 00, and he just went to second. And that's where you're going to see it. When they have a bit of a gap between the guy ahead of them, that's when you get those faster times. And Zeidel showed it right there, how effective that draft can be here at the Texas Motor Speedway. So right now it's Angel Olvera, Justin Zeidel, Brandon Nelson, Thomas Troxel. Kingart just moved up to second, and then Cole Raymond in the last transfer spot right now. Number 97, getting a bit of a pull off of Zach Winkle right there. Winkle now outside the top 6. Nathan Faden inside the top 6 in the 00 as he's getting a pull off of Eric Monaco ahead of him. A good move right there for the 00. Pulling up behind that 37. No improvement. They actually may have improved his time, but he's still in the 6th position. So now it's still Olvera, Kingart, Troxel, Zeidel, Brandon Nelson, and the 00. Nelson won the pole. I think. Yeah, he won the pole last time out at Riverside. So he's gone for 2 in a row in terms of pole positions at 2 very different racetracks as well. It's the Texas Motor Speedway, one of the fastest paced tracks we're going to this season. And on top of that, it is, for these guys, a very tight racetrack as well, especially considering the speeds that these drivers are going. Monaco, first driver on the cutoff. With where he is right now, he would start 7th. Cole Raymond would start 8th. Landon Smith Jr. would start 9th. Zach Winkle would start 10th. Ethan Lewis would start 12th, and Ace Garcia would start 11th, as those two drivers just swapped positions there in the back. I think we might be seeing someone coming down the pit lane right here. That is Monaco, so does not look like Monaco will advance on to the Fast 6, but a 7th place starting position is still a great place to start here for this race at the Texas Motor Speedway. And it's looking like it's going to be the 25, 97, 67, 5, 22, and 00 going for the pole here for the Fort Worth 125K. No change in the times right now. Of course, tire wear does come into effect here at Texas, so these guys definitely slowing it down just a little bit out there, but it's looking pretty good for especially Angel Olvera, who has been the fastest in both of his sessions so far. We'll have to see if that can translate to a pole position. Time should run out right here. That'll do it for round number 2. Drivers advancing on to the Fast 6 include Angel Olvera, Richard Kingart, Thomas Troxel, Justin Zidell, Brandon Nelson, and Nathan Faden. One of those 6 drivers will win the pole here for Texas. Eric Monaco will start 7th tomorrow. Cole Raymond will start 8th. Landon Smith Jr. will start 9th. Zach Winkle will start 10th. Ace Garcia will start 11th. And Ethan Lewis will start in the 12th position. Let's go ahead and see who wins the pole here for the Fort Worth 125K from Texas. And here we are, ready to set the starting lineup for the Fort Worth 125K, ready to determine the pole here in the Fast 6. We got positions 7 through 26 already set up for tomorrow's race, and I only got 6 more positions left to go, and we'll see who gets it done. This Fast 6 consisting of these 6 drivers: Angel Olvera, Richard Kingart, Thomas Troxel, Justin Zidell, Brandon Nelson, and Nathan Faden. So one of those 6 drivers will be your pole sitter here for the Fort Worth 125K. Olvera has been fast, the fastest in both of the sessions he has been in. We will have to see if that translates over to a pole here in this Fast 6 run. Let's see if anyone drafts in this session as well. Only 6 cars out there. They may all end up on separate runs, and Olvera has gotten his fast time by courtesy of the draft in those first 2 rounds. So we'll have to see if that, in fact, translates over for Olvera here tonight. He's still the only one out there, too. No one else coming out into the racetrack quite yet, giving Olvera some space right here. Gonna have to get out there at some point. Only a 5-minute session, so he's gonna have to see how it all works out for him. Troxel's going to head out there. Olvera is going to clock in his first lap. It's all by himself. It is over 24 seconds, so it's a little bit slower than what we've been seeing. Brandon Nelson's going to come out right here, and then you got Zidell, Faden, and Kingart, who are all still waiting in the wings. There goes Faden in the 00. There goes Zidell, and now Kingart's the last one to get moving here in this session. Olvera for his second lap right here. It will improve to a 23.858. That's all by himself right there. Troxel now just starting his first lap. Got the 22 there. Brandon Nelson also starting his first lap as well. We'll see where Troxel comes in relation to Olvera right here. 23.8584 Olvera. Troxel's going to clock in. Of course, this is his first lap, 24.153. Kingart is about to start his first lap. Brandon Nelson may be getting a bit of a draft off this 97 here. And Nelson is going to go 24.088. And 8.58 for Olvera in his third lap. Faden goes 24.041. Zidell goes just a bit faster, 24.021. Second lap for Troxel, 23.866. Kingart here, and that 22 is going to go to the top of the board. No doubt about it. He closed right in there on Kingart. And the 22 goes 23.709. Looking for 2 poles in a row right here in the Haas IndyCar Series. Very good chance he's going to be able to pull that off. Seidel, though, got a good run there. 23.730. Olvera is 7.77. Faden is 8.07. Troxel 8.39. And King Art, it was the last one out there, 9.51. We'll have to see if the 22 improves at all. He does not, but King Art does. Ahead of the 22. Richard King Art 23.663. So it's looking like King Art may get this pole. Because I don't know if anyone's going to be able to beat that time. Tire wear is going to come into effect, and there's just a little bit of time left. That's a good lap there at a King Art, but these laps are slower than the fastest laps that we have seen. Now Nelson back to the top. 6.23 off the draft of Richard King Art. They're the only two drivers in that two-car tandem right there, so it's no wonder that these are the two fastest drivers so far here in this Fast 6. And they're going to have less than a minute to go here. So, enough time for two more laps. No improvement on the time there for either of those guys. So, it's looking like these times have kind of filed out here. That'll be 2 poles in a row for Brandon Nelson. So, a bonus point towards the championship for him right there. He will now have 65 total points on the season heading into this Fort Worth 125K tomorrow night. Assuming he gets the pole, of course, but odds are he's going to be able to keep it right here. So Brandon Nelson actually feels like he should have won at Riverside last time out, but lost out to the strategy there out of Trey Smith. So definitely coming in with some vengeance into this race here at Texas, and I think he's going to be a solid threat to win tomorrow night from the pole position. Collins Racing get their second pole as well. Of course, both. Actually, you know what? I just realized this. They won the pole with Scott Upton. Collins Racing has won every pole so far this season. Assuming that then Nelson keeps it here, but I don't think these times are going to change at all. So Scott Upton won the pole at California, and then Brandon Nelson has won the pole at Riverside, and assuming here in 8 seconds, he's probably going to get it here at Texas. Now, how about that for Mitchell Collins' team right there? They have some very fast cars in qualifying, and we'll have to see if that translates into the race tomorrow. Brandon Nelson wins the pole. You see the starting lineup there on the right of your screen for the Fort Worth 125K. 52 laps tomorrow here at the Texas Motor Speedway. Brandon Nelson, Richard King Art, Justin Seidel, Angel Olvera, Nathan Faden, Thomas Troxel. That is the top 6 here in the Fast 6. Then it will be Eric Monaco, Cole Raymond, Landon Smith Jr., Zach Winkle, Ace Garcia, Ethan Lewis, Zachary Fitzwater, Elijah Gordon, Scott Upton, Nicholas Samedillo, Noah Clifton, Jesse Turner, Brian Rodriguez, Caleb Rose, Brock Nelson, Jay Knapp, Trey Smith, Reggie Fogelman, Chris Reynolds, Logan Williams. That's how they're going to start for tomorrow's 52-lap race here from the Texas Motor Speedway. Thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations to Brandon Nelson on his second straight pole. And we'll see you guys tomorrow night for the Fort Worth 125K. We'll also see you tomorrow for the Wild Wild Pro Series from Atlanta. That should be some fun as well as we do the Georgia Sprint there tomorrow afternoon. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later.